You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
This would be a home run draft for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. First and foremost, Bears fans, happy Tuesday to every single one of you guys. I just want to take a moment to appreciate every single one of you guys for continuing to support the channel right here on Keek on the Mic. Without you guys, Keek on the Mic would be absolutely nothing. And with the crazy offseason coming up for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears, make sure you're really hitting that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the channel, because news is going to be constantly coming your guys' way. But once again, I really appreciate every single one of you guys. So on a Tuesday right here on Keek on the Mic, I'm going to do a 3-round Chicago Bears mock draft. And as always, as I'm going through my Chicago Bears mock draft right here on the podcast, make sure you comment down below and engage with me. Obviously, I love the engagement from every single one of you guys. So here we go. We're going to start off this 3-round Chicago Bears mock draft right here on the channel, but obviously a trade down. You guys all know how I feel. I want to keep quarterback Justin Fields and continue to build around quarterback Justin Fields. I feel like that is the best case scenario for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears, especially if they want to win as soon as next year or make the playoffs as soon as next year as well. So I have the Chicago Bears trading down with the New England Patriots, giving the Patriots the #1 overall pick. And in this trade down, the Bears will receive the #3 overall pick, the number 34 overall pick, recouping that second-round pick that they lost via the Montez Sweat trade at the trade deadline last year, and a 2025 second-round pick. And Bears fans, before you flood the comment section, I am completely aware that the Chicago Bears can get a much bigger haul than what I have on today's episode of Keek on the Mic, but I decided to be a little bit modest, knowing that we're only trading down a couple of spots. And I understand there's been a lot of rumors going around, and the Chicago Bears could very well get a historic haul from a team like the Washington Commanders or even the New England Patriots, just trading up a couple of spots in order for them to get the #1 overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft. In this case, I have the Patriots trading up to get their quarterback of the future in Caleb Williams. And obviously the Bears still get a top 5 pick at #3 overall, recoup that second-round pick with a very, very high second-round pick at number 34 overall. And getting another second-round pick for the 2025 NFL draft will be huge for Ryan Poles and Chicago Bears for next year's draft as well. And you guys already know the direction I'm going in, Bears fans. In round 1 with pick number 3, I have the Chicago Bears selecting wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. at Ohio State. Bears fans, once again, I pick him on every single mock draft. Obviously, I don't want to put the generational tag on a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't want to put a generational tag on any of the players in this year's NFL draft. But this is what I will say about a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. He is going to be an absolute stud. He is 6'4", 205 pounds, runs a 4.39 40-yard dash. This dude is a monster. He was absolutely productive while at Ohio State. In the last 2 seasons, Bears fans, he had 144 catches, 2,474 yards, and 28 touchdowns. This dude will be a plug-and-play player. I promise you, Bears fans, if you pair Marvin Harrison Jr. with DJ Moore and Cole Kmet and quarterback Justin Fields, I truthfully feel that special things will happen in Chicago by just adding a player like Marvin Harrison Jr. You can move him around. Obviously, he's more comfortable on the outside, but I think Shane Waldron and the Chicago Bears could also be creative as well, maybe play him a little bit in the slot as well in the National Football League. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be special in the National Football League for years to come. And for me personally, this is a no-brainer pick. At this point for me, it's Marvin Harrison Jr. or bust for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. Moving on to pick number 9 in the first round for the Chicago Bears. I'm going to trade down once again, this time with the Las Vegas Raiders. I give the Raiders a number 9 overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft, and the Bears receive number 13 overall and a number 44 overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft. Once again, Bears fans, do not flood the comment section. I understand. I completely understand the Chicago Bears could also get another decent haul by trading out of the top 10. Obviously, the Raiders would be trading within the top 10 to go up and get their guy and quarterback Jayden Daniels out of LSU. The Raiders desperately need a quarterback. Jayden Daniels is still there in this mock draft. They go up and get their guy in Jayden Daniels. So I understand the Chicago Bears can overcharge the Las Vegas Raiders to move into the top 10 in order to get their guy. But for the purpose of this video, I am just going to be modest. I feel like getting the number 13 overall pick and an extra second for the 2024 NFL draft will be absolutely huge for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears, especially considering that the Bears did not have any second round picks going into the 2024 NFL draft. So to be able to get 2 second round picks at number 34 overall and number 44 overall for the Chicago Bears, Ryan Poles, would be absolutely huge, absolutely game changing for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears in the 2024 NFL draft. But after the trade down with the Las Vegas Raiders, Bears fans, at pick number 13 in round 1, I have the Chicago Bears addressing their edge rusher position in Jared Verse out of Florida State. Jared Verse is also going to be a game changer. He was absolutely dominant while playing at Florida State. He stands at 6'4", 260 pounds, runs a 4.59 40-yard dash. He had 27 sacks in 3 years at Florida State. And one of the big things that I love about Jared Verse is that he continually got better year in and year out while playing at Florida State. This dude has a flurry of pass rush moves. He's going to be a constant problem playing in the National Football League. And I'm thinking if we do not address the position in free agency, which the Bears could very well address the edge rusher position in free agency, but if we don't, this would be the perfect player to pair up with Montez Sweat. He would be an absolutely difference maker for the Chicago Bears defensive line and an absolute difference maker for the Chicago Bears defense. Moving on today's video of Keek on the Mic, after Chicago Bears with another trade. And this time they are trading back into the first round. I have the Steelers receiving the number 34 overall pick and a 2025 second round pick. And the Chicago Bears trade up all the way to number 20 overall in the 2024 NFL draft. And I know you guys are probably thinking, Keek, there is no way in hell that the Pittsburgh Steelers will take 2 second round picks and give up their first round pick at number 20 overall. There's absolutely no way. But I think number 34 overall is obviously a high second round pick. And then the 2025 second round pick that I actually sent the Pittsburgh Steelers is the one that we got from the Carolina Panthers. So I'm just assuming that the Carolina Panthers are going to have another bad year. So that may intrigue the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe no one's there late in the first round at number 20 that the Steelers are interested in. So they opt to trade down and collect a second round pick this year and a second round pick next year. But at number 20 overall in round 1, I have the Chicago Bears trading up to get center Jackson Powers Johnson out of Oregon. Bears fans, the Chicago Bears desperately need to address the center position. We cannot neglect it once again like we did in past off seasons. The center position is going to be crucial for the Chicago Bears offensive line and the success of the Chicago Bears offensive line. And Jackson Powers Johnson is the best center in the 2024 NFL draft. He would make the Chicago Bears offensive line so much better. He stands at 6'3", 320 pounds, and runs a 5-flat 40-yard dash. This dude is athletic. He's nasty. He's the perfect offensive lineman, the offensive lineman that Ryan Poles loves to bring in to the Chicago Bears offensive line. In 32 games played at Oregon, he has 0 sacks allowed, 1 quarterback hit allowed, and 3 hurries allowed. In 32 games played at Oregon, he also has some versatility as well. He has some experience playing right guard, but for the most part, in 2023, he took all the snaps at center for the Oregon Ducks. This will be a plug-and-play player for the Chicago Bears. I think this would be a massive move to be aggressive and trade up and get your center for the next 12 years in Jackson Powers Johnson. I would absolutely love this move for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. Bears fans, moving on to round 2, pick 44. And obviously, this is the second round pick that we earned with the trade down with the Las Vegas Raiders. I have the Chicago Bears selecting tight end Ja'Tavion Sanders out of Texas. And I know what you guys are thinking. Keek on the Mic. Why in the hell do the Chicago Bears need a tight end? Why would you pick a tight end in the second round? Tight end is a sneaky need for the Chicago Bears. We all know that Shane Waldron loves the 2 tight end sets, and the Chicago Bears need to find another tight end to complement with Cole Kmet. When you look at a guy like Cole Kmet, he is an all-around tight end. He's a good receiving tight end. He can block. He can do everything that you need him to do at the tight end position. But this guy in Jadavion Sanders would be a perfect complement for a guy like Cole Kmet. He was a huge receiving threat while at Texas. He did struggle as a blocker, but I feel like with the right coaching and the right development, he can turn into that complete tight end. But once again, Jadavion Sanders is 6'4", 243 pounds, and runs a 4.56 40-yard dash. In 2 years at Texas, he had 99 catches, 1,295 yards, and 7 touchdowns. This guy has good hands. He's big. He's athletic. He has really good yards after catch ability as well. He would be the perfect complement for the Chicago Bears offense. He'd be the perfect complement for Cole Kmet as well. I would absolutely love this pick, adding Jadavion Sanders to the Chicago Bears offense. And finally, Bears fans, moving on to round 3, pick number 75. I have the Chicago Bears addressing the wide receiver position once again, and wide receiver Brendan Rice out of USC. Obviously, we all understand that he is the son of Hall of Fame legend Jerry Rice, but Brendan Rice stands at 6'3", 210 pounds. He runs a 4.38 40-yard dash. In 2023, he had 45 catches for 791 yards and 12 touchdowns. So a huge year for him while at USC playing with quarterback Caleb Williams. We look at a guy like Brendan Rice. I absolutely love him as a prospect. I think he's going to continue to get better as well. He has a nice mix of size and speed. He's the perfect prototype to play that X wide receiver position in the National Football League. He's good, strong, natural hands, really good field vision as well to create yak yardage after the catch, which is really impressive for his size. He also has really great agility and ability to create separation as well, so really good route runner. And he also plays with that alpha mentality. He's really aggressive. He goes up and high points the ball as well. He wins those 50-50 balls as well. I would really love to pair Brendan Rice, Jadavion Sanders, Marvin Harrison Jr. with already having DJ Moore, Justin Fields, and Cole Kmet. I think just adding Brendan Rice would be the cherry on top for the Chicago Bears offense. And I understand what you guys are thinking. Why are we loading up on wide receivers? Why would you pick multiple wide receivers? Why would you pick a tight end? Why is this NFL draft in the first 3 rounds for the Chicago Bears heavy on offense? Because it's time to pay some attention to the Chicago Bears offense. We have been defense for years. This is a new era in the National Football League. And plus, the Chicago Bears need a massive overhaul at the wide receiver position. After DJ Moore, we're not re-signing Darnell Mooney. You have Tyler Scott and Velus Jones Jr. coming back. So yes, we need to add some new wide receiver talent for Justin Fields to throw to. So personally, adding a guy like Brendan Rice, Jadavion Sanders, and Marvin Harrison Jr. and pairing them with DJ Moore and Cole Kmet and Justin Fields, and now you have an offensive coordinator that's going to play to their strengths. This Chicago Bears offense would be absolutely legit next season. So Bears fans, after going through the 3-round Chicago Bears mock draft, on today's episode of Geek on the Mic, here are the final results. Obviously, I picked wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr., edge rusher Jared Verse, center Jackson Powers Johnson, tight end Jadavion Sanders, and wide receiver Brendan Rice. Let me tell you something, Bears fans. Each and one of these players is a plug-and-play guy. They will help the Chicago Bears win right away. And that's exactly what I think Ryan Poles and Chicago Bears need to do. We need to hit on all of our draft picks because I truly feel that the Chicago Bears have a prime opportunity to make the playoffs as soon as next season. This would be a home run 3-round mock draft for the Chicago Bears and Ryan Poles. If it happens this way, I would absolutely jump out of my seat and absolutely lose my mind. So before I let you guys go, give me a grade on my 3-round Chicago Bears mock draft on today's episode of Geek on the Mic. But other than that, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for all new Bears podcasts right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Geek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.